Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you are, remember you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another episode of the ABS Daily News with your hockey coach, your coach Frenchy. Today, episode number 170. What do you have on the menu, coach, today? First of all, on the menu, we have, guys, I'm going to talk about the progression and the development of Cole Caufield and Nick Suzuki and the season 2022-2023 compare what they accomplished so far since the beginning of the career in NHL. So let's dive in and talking about the first subject of the day. First of all, we want to talk about the hockey fight cancer. We know the month of November is to get some kind of fundraising for the hockey fight cancer. And Montreal Canadiens won a big part of this for the NHL. So I just want to sharing this for the month of November. We're going to use this kind of background represent and to helping the hockey fight cancer. First of all, the first subject of the day, guys, about the development of Cole Caufield. We know he's always been qualified as only a scorer since the beginning of his career. First of all, you have to recognize 5 versus 5 situation. Only Austin Matthews have more goal compared to Cole Caufield since Martin St. Louis is the head coach of Cole Caufield. 21 versus 19. Right now, since the beginning of the season, I can see a change on the game of Cole Caufield. He's not become not only a scorer, he become a playmaker. And you can see since the beginning of the season, guys, you have already 12.11 game. It's almost 50-50, 7 goals, 5 assists. So he contribute not only now on scoring, but he contribute on passing the puck. And this is great education where the progression of Cole Caufield is getting better and better every single day. Here, guys, a graphic I want to sharing with you about Cole Caufield on the scoring 5 versus 5. Since 2021, this number, since 2021 and 2022 is getting a little bit better. But look, season 22-23, where it's getting more goals at 2.04, exactly the same kind for the assists per 60, and the number of the point is 4.08. Just give you an idea how it's getting better and better with the Montreal Canadiens. This really represents the progression and development of Cole Caufield. Now, I want to say something about what Martin St. Louis said always about Cole Caufield. I don't want him to become a better scorer. I want him to become a better hockey player. And the reason he can become that way, he needs to learn to play the 200 feet game. So play better on the 3 zone, offensive side, neutral zone on defensive side. We saw many plays in the beginning of the season where Caufield getting better on defensive zone, save a couple of goals by the way he played. But now today I want to show you what he did the last game for the Montreal Canadiens. On the playmaker, guys, the pass he tried to reach Gallagher. His vision is excellent. His IQ is great, and he have a great hockey sense. On this play, guys, he come in an offensive zone, and then he see you have 3 options: passing the puck to Dak, or shooting the puck, or he can, of course, pass the puck to Gallagher on the back door. That's what he decided to do. So we call this kind of player the playmaker. Gallagher missed that empty net with his one-timer. But again, that shows to you Cole Caufield in the past, if he was only a scorer, he would shoot the puck most of the time. And that's what Martin St. Louis want to give those kind of information about Cole Caufield. He want him to become a better hockey player. I want to see something more. He really create chaos more and more in offensive zone. How? When he make his entering zone, you can see his confidence getting better. He creates some open space for himself. He create time with the puck, and he play more the puck, keep him the puck longer by his stick and lane, and he create chaos the way he drive inside the offensive zone. This is another part of the game I can see is getting better compared to the year before. The another one I want to mention is better on the neutral zone. I'm going to show you a video what happening for him, what he recognized the play. So he anticipated the play. He became really a F2. Let's see the video. You're going to see him right now appear in the video. He's going to become an F2, recognize the play. Look, he's still the puck, and now here we go. He's coming to the neutral zone, create some chaos, pass the puck to Suzuki. Suzuki shoot the puck, rebound, and Dak drive to the net. This is the elite players we just saw. Caufield recognize the play, steal the puck, become a playmaker, create space on the neutral zone because he drive the defenseman open up, pass the puck to Suzuki on his left side, and Suzuki shoot the puck, and Kirby Dak as a F3 drive to the net. It's not only Caufield. Caufield become the playmaker. Suzuki showed the puck, and Dak recognized the play, and he drive to the net. That line together have a lot of success, and they are together from Martin St. Louis. Finally, I want to tell you one more thing about Cole Caufield. His stats: 7 goals, 5 assists, 12 points. Is right now +1 in 11 games. And for me, this is really what I'm looking for this year. If you want to reach almost like 1 point per game, he has right now 5 of the 12 points on the road, by the way. And then I want to mention one more thing. If you want to reach his 1 point per game, he needs to perform on both ways, on the road and at home. And so far, Suzuki and Caufield doing a great job on the road. They are both together, guys. 43.3% of all the goals since the beginning of the season. Some other players need to step up, but right now that team where they are 5-5-1 is because the excellent work of Caufield and Suzuki, one of the best duo in NHL since the beginning of the season. Now, let's dive in for the next subject of the day. My next subject of the day, guys, is about the development of Nick Suzuki. First of all, we have to be honest. He have a great early value of his new contract. He signed last year, a new contract of 8 years at $7.85 million. This is the highest contract in the HABS history, and this upcoming season, 22-23. Now, so far, he has 13 points in 11 games, 6 goals, 7 assists. We have to recognize it's a great return on investment for the Montreal Canadiens. At some point, if he continues to performing, it's just the beginning of his prime as a hockey player. This could be a great salary cap for the Montreal Canadiens at long term. Now, I want to show you a graphic. His point per game in all situations since the beginning of his career look like this season, guys. 1.18 versus 0.75, 0.73, and 0.58. He's increasing the number of points per game right now, and this is a great indication. Possibly this value is going to, this investment on Nick Suzuki is going to be great at long term. Now, Suzuki is the 60th highest paid player in NHL. On the forward is a number 40. If you want to compare what he should be around 40 best forward for the number of the point at the end of the season. At this moment, after 11 games, he's right now the number 19 at 5 versus 5 per 60 minutes. Just give you an idea, he have a great season right now with the Montreal Canadiens. Then I want to show to you guys an underlying number. Obviously, Montreal Canadiens really struggled last season, but he keep consistently performing. But unfortunately, the shot control since the beginning of his career is 28.04 at 27.95. It's very almost like 50.6 or 51%. That's not good enough to be recognized as an elite players. My other point I want to mention to you is a high danger scoring chance. When you are under 50%, that's not good. Overall, Montreal Canadiens guy was only 41.6, was the worst and the history of Montreal Canadiens as a franchise, and then one the worst in NHL last season. Those numbers have to be over 50% definitely to be recognized, at least to be above. And right now, he did not have those kind of numbers last season with the Montreal Canadiens. Whatsoever, he produced 0.75 points per 60 minutes. Now, I want to give you more information. Honestly, he did not struggle last season. Yes, with a number, but one of the biggest problem he got last season, the chemistry, the poor chemistry. Only he works well with Cole Caufield, but they changed so many wingers beside them. It was Toffoli, they brought Josh Anderson, they bring Rempet Lake. I can go all along this way. The reason was the biggest problem for them, it was the poor chemistry. Now, since they are with Kirby Dak, guys, this changed completely. The expected goal is at 59.2%. This is high. His shot control is at 55.2. Then high danger scoring chance, 55.6. That's what I'm telling you right now is increasing the percentage over 10%. This is great to see Cole Caufield, and you have to qualify this right now. That line, Caufield, Suzuki, now with Kirby Dak, they play about 35 minutes only together. This consider them as an elite line, can become a great turnover for the Montreal Canadiens. We know the project or the plan was to put Kirby Dak as a center. But right now, if he continues to play that way with them, we have to keep Kirby Dak with Caufield and Suzuki because their number on the analytic are increasing as a trio together. And that's complete, guys, all my subject I have for you for the ABS Daily News. Here we go, guys. 170 episode done. Hopefully you enjoy it. I think it was great talking about both players where right now they really carry on the team on their shoulder. I know the Montreal play against Golden Knight. I'm not going to make all the time the preview game or the review game or the recap game because I think you need to learn more about other continents, about the Montreal Canadiens. Click on the like, sharing this video, and click, of course, on the button of the subscriber. Until my next video, I want to wish you an amazing, blessing day and remind you, you have greatness inside of you.